Hey everyone, welcome back to more Legend of Zelda Quest of Beings. And we are going to resume where we left off. Okay, so we're going to be pretty much tackling level 8 in this part. And pretty much we're making our way to level 9, probably at the end of this, so... So you get, let's see, Staphos 3s in this place, so these are, you know, kind of, annoying enemies because they shoot their swords in 4 directions and they do a lot of damage. Luckily you can do more like a long range attack type of thing. You know, use your boomerang and stuff to stun them out. Now, these bats are kind of annoying. Always get some hearts back. Oh, good, a clock. That's even better. Pretty much spam arrows because you're gonna probably get enough money to make up any losses. That and I have nothing left to spend money on anyway. Take out the regular Patra. And this is another one of these rooms that you don't want to deflect the fireballs into the blue blocks. So, I mean, if you accidentally do that, it just blocks up the key. So, almost just intentionally taking hits so that you know, you don't deflect anything. Alright, more fire robes, and just skip them, because I don't think you get anything in that room. So you want to head to the right. And I don't think there's anything in this room. I guess we can go... I guess we'll go right first. Okay, so this room, not too much, just whiz robes and some Staphos 3s. Some not too much stuff. Honestly, the Staphos 3s themselves don't do that much damage, just the swords that do all the damage. Alright, so we pick up our level 3 boomerang, which is a very handy weapon. Pretty much you watch my Shadow Wars LP, pretty much see how much I spam that thing. Because it can stun a lot more stuff, it damages a lot more stuff, and it, you know, can deflect. I don't know if it can deflect projectiles in this game, because some of the quests you actually can deflect stuff with it. Alright, this room you've got a new type of whiz robe. You got the mirror robe, probably one of the more annoying types of Wizrobes, because you can only defeat it by deflecting deflecting its own blast back at itself. But luckily you have a nice introduction because you got an entire room to work with, so no obstacles or anything else. I'm still coughing a lot. Alright, so pick up this thing. This is Din's Fire, which is actually very convenient because it doesn't cost anything to use in this quest. So it's rather handy for what it can do. And if you saw that mirror robe, how much damage it does, it took out that fire robe in one hit. So, I mean, it does a lot of damage, so you really, if you can avoid getting hit, you know, do what you can. Now actually, Din's Fire is a really nice thing in this case because what it does, I think it has level 4 sword strength. And it covers a very nice radius and can pretty much demolish all these bats at once. So it's very nice for, you pretty much can prevent getting swarmed by all these bat robe keys because you can just take them all out with one use of your Din's Fire. And again, it doesn't cost anything to use either. You can pretty much get a free usage out of it. Now this room, it can be a little bit tricky because what you need to do, you don't want to deflect into those prisms because the Wizard Blast will just cover the whole room and it's going to be very difficult to cross at that point. So honestly, this may be more of a waiting game, just kind of, you're not letting them, just kind of go into these open areas so that when you're deflecting shots, it doesn't go into the prisms. Because even with a red ring, if you get hit by them, it's 2 hearts. So that's why you kind of want to be a little bit on the cautious side. Kind of just want to hang in these open spaces. I mean, no time limits, you just don't let them deflect the blast into the prisms. Now, if you just take your time, it's not that difficult. And actually, I'll show you what happens. So if you actually shoot the prisms, well, it doesn't look like that much now. But actually, if you have one of those mirror ropes shoot the prisms, usually it's more than one shot hitting, and it's going to cover the whole perimeter. So, you're not going to be able to pass through that without a lot of damage. Fire Boomerang is very nice because it can stun a lot of stuff, including those blue witch robes, fire robes, and all that other stuff. So I'm going to be probably keeping this item in my B1 slot most of the time. Otherwise, this level's not too difficult if you just take your time. Actually, in general, I think this quest is more of a puzzle-based to some extent. Which is something I'm more used to, rather than like the action-based one. So there's another one. There's another quest that I'm probably not gonna be doing anytime soon, because it's all action-based, and it's actually very difficult because it actually has a lot of the same respawn rules, but the rooms are much harder to handle. It's like here, the respawn doesn't really, you know, it's annoying at first, but it actually doesn't really bother you too much. A lot of these rooms there aren't too many enemies to worry about. And actually, a lot of rooms later on, especially with Blue Dark Nuts, you pretty much can use that respawn to your advantage. Alright, well, you got the magic book. So, pretty much whatever items you get in here, you're probably going to be using. So, you got Fire Boomerang, you got Din's Fire, Magic Book. And actually, you're going to be using your Magic Book right in this room. Because if you notice that green block that pretty much you can't reach. So this is where your magic book comes in handy, because you need the fire to reach that. And not a whole lot in this room, just a lot of give those. So pick up the extra key. And you can, be on your way. Again, this place is actually fairly linear. I'm not sure if you can deflect Wizard Blast in this game. I'm actually kind of curious about that. No, you can't. So you have to use your Mirror Shield to deflect stuff. Because other quests, you can actually deflect projectiles with your Fire Boomerang, which really ups its usefulness. Alright, so moving to the right, got more Death Knights, but the good thing here is that you'll see it's just kind of stuck between two blocks. So it's a nice introduction to dealing with these things. And honestly, you pretty much need some sort of obstacle or block or something to deal with these guys effectively, because they just do too much damage. Their touch damage, I think, is right now 2.5 hearts, and their swords, I think, do 5 hearts. So usually you're gonna need some sort of restriction, like this room. They're all stuck, they only can go up and down. So easy to take them out because they can't fire to the sides. Useful thing is you can actually stun them with your boomerang. Assuming from the side. It makes it very handy to hold them down so you can take them out. Probably some of the really hard quests, they just have them wide open. And you're supposed to just somehow be able to handle them. Like when it's wide open, they can fire any direction, and pretty much like 1 or 2 hits will take you out. Those are for the really difficult quest. But here, you know, nice, simple introduction. Alright, not too much in this room. Take out the few blue dark nuts for the compass. And this room, just a bunch of regular land molas. Not even the blue ones. So again, Din's Fire is pretty nice because you can take out a whole section of enemies. With just one blast. I might as well scoop up the map. Kind of late in the level, but whatever. And money that I pretty much do not need. So we're going to go to the left first, and you get another one of these block-pushing puzzles. So again, you don't want to deflect it into the blue blocks. I mean, if you mess up, you just go in and out of the room and, you know, everything will reset itself, so not that big a deal. This room, just a few blue land molas, so nothing too big there. Now see, you know, that's very handy to be able to do that. Pretty much take out everything with a single blow. This is where Din's Fire is going to be very handy, because there are a lot of bat robes in this room. And really, if you don't want to relive the level 0 nightmare, which, you know, you didn't have the Din's Fire then. Yeah, because that was a nightmare room to deal with, because you had no way to handle them. You just had to melee through all that. Now you can just, you know, use Din's Fire every... maybe every other time they're about to spawn bat robe keys, because then you just pretty much, if you use it in the center of the room, you'll just take everything out. And then, you know, clean up the whole room and give yourself a fresh start to work with. And grab your free hits in there. Let's see, a few super dark nuts. Just take out the rest of the garbage in this place. Yeah, again, the hammer is so nice to use against them. And again, you get another red potion in case you need it. I'm already stocked up on potions, so I don't need the potion right now. Alright, so we have a 3-headed fire Gleeok. So Mirror Shield's nice because it actually can block these shots. If you can keep your sword beams, it actually makes things a lot easier. Because it can pretty much just barely reach you from the sides, and you can, you know, swipe away when you see a clear shot. Otherwise, that's not too difficult a battle. Well, we got a little bit of time. Can pretty much walk over to level 9. Yeah, it's pretty much going all the way back to the other corner. And level 9 actually is probably going to be split into at least a couple parts. Because it's actually a rather long level, because there's a lot of stuff you're going to have to be able to do there. And pick up all the goods in the level first, but there are a lot of keys to collect. And pretty much you're going to have to go into every corner of that level to find all the keys. Yeah, it's pretty much the long walk back. I mean, not that big a deal, it's just more annoying than anything. Yeah, so you can stun, Dark Nuts, assuming you hit him from the, side or back or something. You obviously can't stun him from the front. Mass deflection right there. Kind of fun to see all that. All those shots you can deflect at the same time. And just skip by all these enemies because you're pretty much just walking right back to level 9. Nice thing about the boomerangs is that you can do damage to these things at the same time. At the same time you stun them. So this is kind of the whole map in a nutshell. Kind of nicely divided into different areas. Alright, so let's step on into level 9, and again, you notice it says part 1, so yeah, there's even more than one floor to this place, so this is probably going to take at least 2, maybe even 3 parts to get through this. So, I'm going to take a break at this point, and next part we'll start plowing through level 9. Alright, see you guys later.